Have you ever watched someone go from being loved and supported to being ignored by everyone? That's exactly what's happening to Meghan Markle right now. And it's not just gossip, this is serious. Friends who once helped her are now walking away. Famous names like Tyler Perry and Oprah Winfrey have gone silent or even spoken out. So, what happened? How did Meghan go from a royal bride and Hollywood favorite to being completely shut out? Stick around because by the end of this video, you will understand how it all fell apart and why some say Meghan's empire is now crumbling. Let's start with Tyler Perry, the same Tyler Perry who once gave Meghan and Harry a place to stay when they left the royal family. He flew them to safety, gave them a fancy house, and even paid for their security. That's real support. But at the BET Awards, Tyler Perry did something no one expected. While giving a speech, he said, "You can't build a palace on unpaid bills." That may sound polite, but people in the room knew what he meant. He didn't say Meghan's name, but he didn't have to. Everyone gasped. Social media exploded. People were shocked that someone like Tyler would say something like that in public. Why? Because it was clear he felt used. For years, he helped Meghan. But sources say he never got paid back. Not even a thank you in the form of real support. Now, Tyler is done staying quiet. Next up is Oprah Winfrey. Remember her? She gave Meghan and Harry that big worldwide interview in 2021. That interview had 17 million viewers. It made headlines around the globe. But now, Oprah has completely stopped talking to Meghan. No phone calls, no messages, no public support. Sources say Oprah's team hasn't mentioned Meghan in months. And it's not just a personal thing, it's professional. Meghan used to be someone you wanted in your show, in your magazine, on your red carpet. But now, not anymore. Even top PR agencies like WME, CAA, and UT Athos are the big ones in Hollywood refusing to work with Meghan. Why? Because she's become what they call a risk. Some even call it the Markle risk factor. What does that mean? Basically, every time Meghan starts a new project, it fails. Or it causes drama. Or both. And that kind of track record is a nightmare in Hollywood. Nobody wants to touch a project that could damage their reputation. That's why Meghan is now being seen as someone who brings more trouble than she's worth. Let's talk about Meghan's big deals. She and Harry got a $100 million deal with Netflix. That's huge. But what did they make? Pearl, the animated series. Canceled before it aired. Live to lead. Hardly anyone watched it. Their documentary. Critics called it boring. Even Rolling Stone joked that it felt like a mix of Goop and Suits, with none of the charm. She also had a $20 million deal with Spotify. But after just 12 episodes, they dropped her. One Spotify boss even said Meghan and Harry were grifters. That's a fancy way of saying they took money and didn't deliver. Why did Tyler Perry finally speak out? Back in 2020, Meghan and Harry had nowhere to go. No home, no security, no plan. Tyler stepped in. He gave them everything: his home, protection, and support. But behind the scenes, his own team kept warning him. This isn't generosity anymore. This is charity without consent. In other words, they felt Meghan was just taking and taking, without giving anything back. And when Tyler finally said that line, "You can't build a palace on unpaid bills," he wasn't just being dramatic. He was drawing a line. He was done being used. Now we get to the money part. Meghan's foundation, Archewell, is raising some big questions. They reported spending $3 million on things like travel, consultants, and admin costs, but didn't actually release much content. That's a red flag for people who watch how nonprofits spend their money. Some banks are even looking into it. Executives say Meghan looks rich on paper, but behind the scenes, she might be struggling with real cash flow. One person said it best: she's brand rich, but cash poor. That means her name sounds successful, but her actual bank account might not agree. Even more serious, nonprofit lawyers and the IRS are reportedly watching. They're asking questions like, Why are personal stylists listed in nonprofit expenses? Why are consultants being paid before staff? Why are bills going unpaid when the foundation has money on paper? If true, that's not just messy, it could be illegal, especially in California where charity laws are very strict. Some say it's only a matter of time before there's a formal investigation. Once upon a time, Meghan could get a magazine cover with just a phone call. Now, even People magazine, usually a Meghan-friendly outlet, canceled a profile about her. Why? Because editors were worried about losing readers and advertisers. Even Vanity Fair didn't invite her to their big Oscar party this year. That's huge. It's like being uninvited from your own birthday party. Hollywood is loud, but it's also fast. Once people decide you're bad for business, doors start closing. Inside Meghan's own team, things are falling apart too. People are quitting. Morale is low. Leaks are constant. Her PR team isn't handling success anymore. They're stuck doing damage control. That means they're just trying to stop things from getting worse. And even her marriage to Prince Harry, which once gave her a royal glow, isn't helping like it used to. Now, people are looking at them and asking, are they okay? Everything is being picked apart, even their body language on camera. In the end, Meghan went from being the face of change to being a warning sign. She had Oprah, she had Tyler Perry, she had Hollywood behind her. Now, she's lost trust, she's lost respect. And most importantly, she's lost the one thing you can't fake: credibility. In Hollywood, you can survive almost anything: scandals, gossip, even flops. But once people stop believing in you, it's over. And that's the point Meghan Markle has reached. Not with drama, not with fire, but with silence. So what happens next? Will Meghan bounce back? Can she rebuild trust? Or is this truly the end of her media run? Let us know what you think in the comments below. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more celebrity deep dives like this one. Thanks for watching. And remember, sometimes it's not what's said, but what's not said that tells the real story.